So today I want to show you a neat little trick in case you ever want to change the access or the owner of your Google Sheet account or your Google Docs account or any other sort of file sharing service, and you've got a whole lot of Zaps that you've built off of that integration, and you really don't want to change all those Zaps individually, so you just want to do it via a really quick and easy, the simplest method. So we'll just assume that you've got a Google Sheets account and you've built hundreds of Zaps or 20 Zaps or whatever, and they've all got multiple steps, all using and referencing this Google Sheets account in it. But now you've decided to change from one Google Drive account to another Google Drive account, or you've decided to upgrade Google Drive to Google Suite or something like that. Then here's a really easy way to do it. Now, this will only work if you're keeping the files within the same Drive access, so within under the Google umbrella. So you can do Google Drive to Google Suite, for instance, but you wouldn't be able to do Google Drive to Dropbox because there'd be a clash there in that the Zaps would actually need to be updated because we're changing the app inside of the Zap rather than just the access inside of the task step. So here's what we'd need to do. First, we'd need to reconnect this to your correct account. So currently this will be connected to an old account, and you'd have a couple of account lists here, and you just select the new account, log into it, and then now all the Zaps are going to be trying to access whatever files and whatever steps you've got for the Google Sheets that was set to this old account. Zapier will be trying to access them via the new API access that we've just given it. Now, the issue there is that because this new user is no longer the owner of those files, we need to also change the ownership status of those files. So to do that, we can go into the Google Drive, we can change the ownership status on the actual folder itself if we wanted to. We go to Advanced, and then we can, if you've got, you'd invite your people here, so invite the new user, and then here you could then click and change who is the owner. You'd have an option here like a little pencil, and you can click to make them an owner. So you could do that for a whole folder of items, or you can do it individually for each item inside of your Google Drive if you only wanted to do a few. So you'd open up each item, click on the share, click on Advanced, and you can see here I've got another user here. I can make them an owner of that if I wanted to. And then I just click on Done. And then when I've done that, what happens is Zapier will now try and complete those steps anytime that Zap runs. And say we're trying to add a new row to a Google Sheet when a form is completed. So when that form is completed, Zapier gets the webhook. It then checks the row to see if a row exists for that user already. And that's all fine because I don't need ownership access for that particular step. We're only just viewing the data. We're not making any changes. But then the row doesn't exist, so then Zapier says, okay, well, we need to create a new row. Here's where we need to be ownership of that document, because we need to now write to that document. So then Zapier will use your new API login, because we've connected the new account here, reconnected it. We've overwritten the old login that we were using and updated it to our new login. Zapier will then use that new login for the same Google Sheet and all the same settings that you had for that Google Sheet before, because you don't have to change any of that. All you have to do is just change the access to it. And that's the key part here. You don't have to rebuild all your Zaps. So it will then write to it using that new access. It will then check to make sure that that access is the owner for that Google Sheet, and then it will push all those changes to it, and then you'll have a successful change. So that's how to quickly and easily change the ownership right of your Google Sheets or your Drive account or whatever it is. 2 steps. 1, change the API access for login that you're using, and make sure it's the one that you've got for all your Zaps. This is just a test, so I don't have any Zaps used for this one. But normally you'd have, say, 40 Zaps listed there or whatever. And then change the ownership access on either the folders or the files, and with that, That will then update the ownership rights to whoever you've changed it to here, and then everything will work correctly for you. Hi, I'm Mitch Bayless, and if you're looking for someone to help you with your business automation, then click the button below to schedule your free call today. And if you found this video useful, remember to click like, and also subscribe to our channel for more videos.